Hi guys, welcome back to Maths with OG. This video will be moving on to simple interest. I believe that majority of us have heard what you have heard of simple interest at one particular time or another. So what exactly is simple interest? This is the interest on the money. The money we actually call it the principal. The interest on the money for a period of time in which the principal or that particular money does not change even if the time is increasing. What do I mean? You deposit 2,000 naira in your savings account and your bank is continually giving you interest on that 2,000 naira yearly. Your bank is continually giving you interest on that 2,000 naira yearly. So let's say your bank is giving you 3% interest on 2,000 naira every year. It means at the end of the first year, your bank will give you 3% multiplied by the money you deposited, which is 2,000 naira. So this should give us 3/100 multiplied by 2,000 naira. Two zeros cancel two zero. 3 times 20 is simply what? 60 naira. So at the end of the year, your bank will give you 60 naira in addition to the 2,000 naira you deposited. So as you can see, this 2,000 naira you deposited, in which is deciding this 2,000 naira which determines the interest, is called the principal. Now this 60 naira that you are getting in addition to the 2,000 naira is what we call the interest. So this is the interest on the 2,000 naira. So supposing the money you deposited was 10,000, the interest will be what? Higher. So you can say that the interest depends on the principal. So this is called the principal and this is called the interest. Now at the end of the year, what exactly will you see in your bank account? You will see 2,060 naira. That is provided that you've not done any transaction throughout that year. So it means that they have not charged you on anything. So you are going to see 2,060 naira on inside your bank account. So that 2,060 naira that you'll be seeing at the end of the year is what we call the amount, which is equal to principal plus interest. This is what we call the amount, which is equal to principal plus interest. But if at the end of the year you still don't want to make use of this 2,060 naira, you want to go on leave the money in the bank so that another interest will be added at the end of the second year. For simple interest, the bank will assume that your principal remains what? 2,000 naira. It was 2,000 naira you originally deposited, so they will keep giving you interest on that 2,000 naira. They will keep giving you interest on that 2,000 naira. So your principal remains constant, your rate remains what? Constant. That's what you should know for simple interest. So this was the first year. Second year, same thing will happen again. 3% multiplied by 2,000 naira. So this will also give you another 60 naira. So you can see second year you made an additional 60 naira again. Third year you will make an additional 60 naira. Fourth year you make an additional 60 naira. Fifth year you make an additional 60 naira. So you keep making 60 naira every year till you are tired or till you have use for the money. So you can see at the end of the first year my amount is 2,060 naira. At the end of the second year my amount will increase to 2,120 naira. At the end of the third year my amount will increase to 2,180 naira, and so on till you feel like spending your money. So what can you see here? That the first year my interest is equal to 60. First year my interest is equal to 60 because the interest is on 2,000 naira. This is for the first year. At the end of the second year, my interest is now 60 plus 60 because remember my principal is 2,000 naira. So at the end of the second year, I made 120 naira altogether. At the end of the third year, I have made 180 naira. So you can see that as the time is increasing, my interest is also increasing. Hence, we have a time here. Principal times rate percent is what we use in getting the interest every year. But since this principal times rate percent are constant, so if it's 1 year, it is simply principal times rate percent. If it's 2 years, it will be multiplied by 2. If it's 3 years, it will be multiplied by 3, as the case may be. So that is the formula for simple interest, which we can now rebrand and change to principal multiplied by rate multiplied by time. Arrow percent simply means arrow over 100. So we have all over 100. So that's the formula. Now, after getting the interest, you can use interest and principal to find the amount. So that's how you work when dealing with simple interest. Now let's use the formula and the idea we've gotten so far to answer these three questions. First question, calculate the simple interest on 4,000 naira for 3 years at 5% per annum. So you can see 5% per annum. So they are adding 5% of 4,000 naira every year. Sometimes you can see 5% per month, 5% per quarter of a year, as the case may be. So it can come in different forms. So always be observant to see at what particular time are they using this rate to add to my money. But if it's not given, let's say at 5%, this part is not given, we always assume that it is done annually or per annum. So unless stated otherwise, always assume that your time should be in years. I repeat, unless stated otherwise, always assume that your time should be in years. So this one is stated that it's in years. So let's solve question number 1. Question number 1, interest is equal to principal is 4,000, rate is 5%, and time is 3 years, all over 100 because of the percentage 5%. Remember, your rate can just be given to you as 0.7, rare cases. But if your rate is not given to you in percent, divided by 100 is not relevant. That means your formula is actually principal times rate times 10. So because your rate is usually not up to 1, because your rate is usually not up to 1, then we started using rate in form of percentage, like 20%. 20% is actually 0.2. Like, so you can be told that at a rate of 0.2, 50% is 0.5, as the case may be. So always take note, if your rate is not a percentage, you don't divide by 100. So my interest here should be equal to 2 zeros cancel 2 zeros. So I think 5 times 4 is 20. So in addition to this zero, it will give us 200. Now 200 times 3 should give us 600. So the interest is 600. So at the end of 3 years, an additional 600 will be added to this 4,000 naira. So what will be the total amount at the end of 3 years will be 4,600 naira. So that's that for the first question. Second question, if the simple interest on 2,000 naira, pardon me, simple interest, if the simple interest on 2,000 naira after 9 months is 60 naira, after 9 months is 60 naira, at what rate per annum is the interest charged? At what rate per annum is the interest charged? So as you can see, the rate is per annum. So we have to convert this month here to years. Remember, 12 months make 1 year. So if that's the case, 9 months will be equal to 9 over 12 years. So when you are converting from months to years, you divide by 12. But when you are converting from years to months, you multiply by 12. Now, second question. So I'll still put the same formula. Simple interest on 2,000 naira after 9 months is 60 naira. So let me shift. The simple interest on 2,000 naira after 9 months is 60 naira. So this is the simple interest. So simple interest is 60 naira is equal to simple interest on 2,000 naira, making this guy the principal. So this is 2,000 Then your rate is what we are looking for. So we are looking for our rate. Let's look for our rate in percent. So I'll divide by 100. My time is 9 months. So this rate percent here is R over 100. This 9 months here is 9 over 12. So 9 over 12 is 9 years. So this is 9 over 12 in years. So I think we can start looking for what can cancel out. So let's play with division. Two zeros cancel two zeros. 20 here, 1. 20 into 60, 3. So I'll go over it again. 0 cancel 0, 0 cancel 0. 20 into 20, 1. 20 into 60 is 3. 3 into 3 is 1. 3 into 9 is 3. 3 into 3 is 1. 3 into 12 is 4. So this is 1 is equal to r over 4. So therefore, r is equal to 4 when I multiply both sides by 4. Now, for those of you that are confused, you should know by now that we are giving AB is equal to C over D. C and D can cancel each other if there's anything in common. Similarly, A and B can cancel each other if there's anything in common. Similarly, A and C can cancel each other if there's anything in common. And B and D can cancel each other if there's anything in common. Because if I choose to move these two guys to this side or move C and D to this side, that can be done by multiplying both sides by D over C. So when we get to equation, you understand what I'm doing better. Multiply it by D over C, multiply it by D over C, you'll be getting AD over CB is equal to 1. So as you can see, A can cancel C, A can cancel B. So that's what we said. A can cancel C, A can cancel B. And similarly, D can cancel C, D can cancel B. So from here, D can cancel C and D can cancel B. So that's the whole idea behind numerator cancelling numerator if you have equal to sign, denominator cancelling denominator if you have equal to sign, and for fraction, numerator cancelling numerator. I mean numerator cancelling the denominator, and for this fraction, numerator can also cancel denominator. So rate there is equal to 4. That's the answer to that question. Now the next one and the last, find the simple interest percent per annum at which 1,000 naira accumulates to 1,240 naira in 3 years. So you can see at which 1,000 naira principal accumulates. So this money, it added, some money were added to it and it got up to 1,240 naira. So it means that this guy here is not actually the interest, rather it is amount. So interest added to 1,000 naira and it accumulated and turned to 1,240 naira. So this is the amount, this is the time, and I guess we are looking for simple interest. Find the simple interest per annum at which, okay, the question was just trying to confuse us because I don't think we need years. The time there is not important. So my principal in the question is given as 1,000 naira and my my amount is given as 1,240 naira. And what is my amount? Is simply principal plus interest. So my amount is 1,240 is equal to 1,000 plus interest. So my interest here is simply 1,240 minus 1,000. So that will give us 240 naira. So my interest here, my simple interest here is 240 naira. So they can go further and ask to find the rates. You will then use the interest, the principal, and the time to get the rate. So that's that for simple interest. Is that straightforward? So you learn how to distinguish between principal and amount. Principal is the money you borrow, the money you lend, money you deposit in the bank, the money you use to do anything that will yield interest. The interest is just the additional money added to the principal. Then your amount is the principal plus the interest. Getting your rate and getting your time should not be an issue. Thanks for watching this video. Kindly use the like button, make use of the subscribe button, and also make use of the share button. And feel free to leave your comments if there's any question you wish to ask or if there's any contribution or correction you need to make. Thanks for watching once more, and see you guys in my next video.